Hey guys, okay, so I wanted to do a tag video for you guys, and I am doing a little bit of different of a tag. I'm actually doing the 40 question tag. We can call it like the 40 question makeup tag, and it's a little bit different because I have been honored to have someone do a collaboration with me, which is actually my very first one. I've never done any collaborations with other fellow YouTubers, and I am doing one with TheBlushedBeauty. Can you tell how excited I am? She's such a nice person. Her name is Melissa. I will link her channel down below, as well as she and I are splitting this tag in half. So one part will be on my channel and the other will be on her channel. And so if you want to, which I think that you should, because I think she's awesome and she has awesome videos, will be linked down below, and she will be linking mine with her, so kind of goes together. Anyways, we are doing the 40 question tag. I'm going to do 20-ish questions and she's going to do 20-ish questions, and so yeah, so keep watching. Alright, so I get asked this question actually quite a bit, so I'm really kind of glad we're doing this tag and I got this part of the collaboration. Is the very first question is, which moisturizer do you use? And I've been sticking through two different moisturizers, but there's one that's been sticking out and I've been using quite a bit, and I've been having really good results to where I have other items of the line, and that moisturizer is the Hydro Life Cream Sorbet Pro Juvenus Dior. Now this comes in a glass jar, which I really like, and it's a really cute packaging. What I like about this moisturizer is that it's kind of a creamish type of moisturizer, and I didn't think that this actually was going to last me very long, because this is 1.7 ounce, which is, I think it's the full size. So I was a little wary when I purchased it, because I was like, that's a lot of money for a little jar of moisturizer, because I've used other moisturizers and they didn't last as long as this one has. And I've had this one forever, I swear, since I think July or August. Yeah, July or August of 2013. So that's what, 5 months, 6 months, somewhere in there, and I still have half of a jar. But what I like about this moisturizer is that you definitely can feel it soak into your skin, so you don't feel it sitting on top of your skin, and then it's not greasy either. So I will generally use this for day and night, because I haven't really found anything that I absolutely love. This is strictly my only moisturizer that I'm using right now. But it doesn't sit on top of your skin, and it's just not greasy, I guess you could say. So yeah, I don't know, I guess that's pretty much how you can describe it. And then when I use it at nighttime, I actually will wake up in the morning and my skin will feel softer. So that's a plus for that one. And that one again is the Dior Hydro Life Cream Sorbet Pro Juvenus, and it looks like this. I don't know if you'll focus. I'm trying. So that's that. Alright, do I have freckles? Okay, so I am naturally a redhead, and I had freckles when I was a kid, and they weren't like a lot of freckles. They were like, they would come out here and there, and I stay out of the sun whenever I get a chance. So I don't really give my ability for my skin to be submerged to sun. I think that you get freckles if you're in the sun for a long period of time, but in like the hereditary and everything, I may get a freckle here and there, but it's not something that I would be like, oh, it's a bunch of freckles. So I'll get them like once in a while, but not all the time. Alright, so this is actually one of those questions I get asked a lot, is about my skincare and products that I use for it. And so the eye cream that I use right now is the L'Oreal Eye Defense. Now, I'm not saying that this is the best eye cream. This is actually just something that I have, and I've been struggling to get through it, because eye creams, they last for so long. But there's one other eye cream that I definitely love, and it's the Clinique All About Eyes, but I don't have that one right now. I think I bought that and it's just waiting for me to use it, but right now I'm using the L'Oreal Eye Defense Dermo Expertise. I don't know. And the thing that I look for in eye creams is, and this is something I've actually learned from eye cream that is what I think is my preference, is any eye cream that I get, it can't have a thick moisture of like white to it. It has to be kind of like a gel, if you know what I mean. So if it has a gel consistency, which this one does, and you know, you can find out if it has a gel by just looking at it. If it's not white and it's got a shinier look to it, then generally it's a gel. And the reason behind gels with eye cream is because they tend to not like stay on the surface. So I guess that's when I use a lot of their products for my face, is that it has to have some kind of gel consistency so that it doesn't like just sit on top of my eyes. And whenever I do use an eye cream, it's always at nighttime. I really highly believe in eye creams because your eyes are one of the major things that gets exposed to the sun. I stay out of the sun as much as possible, and we don't get it generally too much here, only a few months where I live. But yeah, you want to basically use an eye cream because you're going to have like crow's feet, wrinkles, you know, anything that you can think of will happen. It will happen to your eyes and your neck. So keep that in mind. So I was lucky to not have acne prone skin. I may get a breakout here and there. I don't get like the whole monthly breakouts, you know, when the time of the month, I know TMI, comes along. In school, in high school, in middle school, I had really no breakouts. In fact, my skin has actually changed to combo skin since I've actually been applying products to it and things like that in the last few years. I used to not take care of my skin whatnot. I actually used to not even wash my face every single day. I mean, I'd wash my face in the shower, but I wouldn't do like a night routine and a middle of the day or a daytime routine. I wouldn't do that when I was growing up. Until recently, probably in the last 4 years, I started taking care of my skin because I started seeing like aging. So throughout the entire time, I don't really get acne or breakouts or anything like that. I guess you could say that I'm blessed, I guess, with the best skin. I can't say I actually have the best skin, but for short story is I'm not acne prone and I don't get breakouts. I might get like 1 or 2 here and there, but I'm really pretty anal about my face and I'm always looking at it like constantly to make sure that there's no breakouts. And if I do, I'll apply something to get the breakout to subdue. So from the previous question of breakouts, I've never had to use Proactiv. Now, the only closest thing that I've ever used to Proactiv is a sample that I got into, I want to say it's Birchbox, or it could have been Ipsy, or at the time it was MyGlim. So it was the X Out. That was the only thing closest to Proactiv because it was made from the makers of Proactiv, but like straight Proactiv, I've never used it, but I can't say that it's bad. A lot of people that has used it has actually said that they really like Proactiv and it worked great. The only thing that I've heard as well, and you know, there's probably things I've heard, I've never really heard it from people that actually used it, is that once you start using Proactiv, you have to constantly keep on using Proactiv. So I guess once you start, you can't stop. I don't know the whole fact behind that, but yeah. Alright, so what is my favorite lipstick? So There's so many good lipsticks out there, and I love generally more of a lip gloss, but if I had to choose a lipstick, I looked through my makeup collection, I looked at which ones that I liked best, and kind of came down to one, and it's by MAC. And I don't have many MAC lipsticks. I have maybe 3 or 4, and like maybe 3 or 4 lip glosses. Like, I don't try to spend a lot of money on like MAC lip glosses or lipsticks because they're 3 times the amount of a regular drugstore item. And drugstore items basically generally sometimes have the same quality. I can't talk today, it's late, but I came up with this one. This is MAC's Satin Snob. Everybody and their mother has seen this, but if you haven't, I will show you. It looks like this. It actually, I swear before that the MAC Snob used to be lighter, like a Barbie doll color. But yeah, I mean, if I had to choose a lipstick, it would be that one, MAC Snob. Alright, so reverting back to lip gloss, like I was talking, there's one that I just can't find anywhere that I would consider my all-time favorite, that I would get rid of all of my other lip glosses for, and that would be the NARS Turkish Delight. That's the Kardashian color. I really like it because it mutes out your lip color. I use it a lot of my photos, and I don't know, I just really like the color, and it goes with anything. We can have like neutral eyes, you can have color eyes, you can have weird colors, and it still works. But if I didn't have that lip gloss available, which I don't have it available right now, I would have to choose the Buxom lip glosses in the color April. Now, the color April is a color that I discovered from an old classmate in one of her photos, and I messaged her and asked her, hey, what's that color on your lips? And she said it was April by Buxom. And so this is actually the second tube. I went through an entire big one. I really like the packaging. It's plain, but it's pretty. And I didn't know, but Bare Essentials is the one that makes Buxom. So you could probably find this at Bare Essentials too. But it is the prettiest color. I'm not good at swatches, so I will try. Probably should have swatched my lipstick, right? But it's pretty just by itself, or, you know, anything. So it's kind of a sheen and sparkly, but it's really, really pretty. And I would have to say that that color specifically is my favorite lip gloss. Alright, so my favorite blush has got a mixed emotion because there's so many blushes out there. I used to love the Havana by Benefit, and then I like Rocketeer for like a goldy, you know, like a rose gold one. But since I don't have those available to me, I would have to say my favorite blush is in this NARS palette. This is the Dan Murray one. This was out like 4 years ago, and it's got all of these pretty like shades. I don't want to blind you, but the color that I'd have to choose out of here that is one of my favorites would be the Orgasm, which I believe, yeah, the Super Orgasm, which is this one right here. And the reason why I like these blushes is that they are super pigmented. So you can literally just brush up against it and it comes off. So I've had this palette forever. I mean, as you can tell, it's hardly used, but other than that, yeah, Orgasm or Super Orgasm by NARS would be my favorite blush. So a lot of people will buy their makeup on eBay. I will not buy my makeup on eBay. I don't know, it's just, I'll buy like makeup palettes, like the ones that you can put your stuff into, but there's just so much, you know, there's so many dupes, and you don't know if you're paying for the right price of something. You know, it's just, you just don't know, and you don't know if it's expired, you don't know if it's been used. But no, I have never bought any makeup on eBay, and I don't think I'll ever plan on doing it unless it's definitely sealed. You can tell it's sealed and it's coming from a manufacturer. So drugstore makeup, when I first started, was my favorite, and then I got into Sephora, and then I got into like buying MAC, but you know, I would have to say I really like drugstore makeup. There's a lot of good products out there. L'Oreal is one of the higher ended, it's the more expensive drugstore makeup, I guess that's how you can say it. L'Oreal actually, and I think this is right, they merged with YSL, so YSL or Saint Laurent, or I don't know how you say it, but it actually is basically sometimes the same product. So, you know, if you are wanting to pay $30 something for like this lipstick through YSL, you can buy basically a dupe, which is the same product, through L'Oreal at the drugstore, and it's so much easier. I mean, there are so many 24-hour stores, so you know, if you have a photo shoot and you need to go and purchase something beforehand and it's at 8 o'clock in the morning, well, Sephora and other high-end drugstores, I mean high-end makeup stores, ain't gonna be opening up at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock when you gotta be at a photo shoot or you gotta be on set somewhere. And you can just go to a drugstore and you can just get what you need. So I do definitely like makeup from the drugstore. I started out with drugstore with very few high-end stuff. I have more of the high-end now just because, you know, I've gotten into makeup a lot more, but I still have quite a collection of drugstore. So drugstore is always the way to go, and there's always, you know, there's always makeup out there that is going to fit you. So there's one CCO near me. It's about an hour and 20 minutes away from me. I've heard stories about CCOs being really great, but there's also, you know, people saying that they're great and they're not. I did go to one, actually no, I did go to one CCO very long time. It's actually when I wasn't into makeup at all. It was the CCO I'm thinking about, so it was an hour and a half away because I lived on the military base at the time, so it was about an hour and a half to an hour 45-minute drive. When I went there, I wasn't really impressed. I knew a little bit about high-end makeup, but when I compared the prices to what I knew, there was only like $2 off of a lipstick or a lip gloss, and you know, the positive thing or the good thing, the pros about going to a CCO is that generally there'll be makeup that they no longer sell at a store, like a limited edition collection, and you might be able to find it there. So if you're looking for something that you couldn't get at a store like a MAC store, then you're probably going to find it there at that CCO. Maybe not the colors that you want, but you'll find the collection there. So I have not gone to a CCO lately. It's been well over 5 years. Yeah, it's been well over 5 years since I've actually gone to a CCO, and I don't think I really plan on going to one in the near future because unless I deplete my makeup collection, I'm not going to a CCO, so yeah. So the funny thing is about makeup classes is I knew a little bit about makeup before I started YouTube, and I don't know if you would consider YouTube being makeup classes because I learned everything about makeup. I learned everything about my makeup through YouTube. I learned about applying different angles and colors and what looked good together, what combinations look good together, down to fashion, like what looked good on fashion. So I really learned a lot from watching YouTube in the last 5 years. There's some really great people out there that know what they're doing. And I think that's really where a lot of us learn things is from watching YouTube. So I have actually thought about taking makeup classes only because I wanted to get licensed to buy makeup with a pro card. I have been in times in Sephora and JCPenney's and Ulta, and I've been offered to apply and get a job there because I knew so much about makeup. I knew about things before things were coming out thanks to YouTube. you know, and just knew about everything pretty much before anybody else did. So I have thought about it, but when I looked at how much it would cost to go to makeup school to get licensed and everything, it's pretty expensive. So props to those people that are actually going through the program and paying for it and becoming very serious. But you know, I think that my makeup classes are pretty much done through YouTube. I mean, it's pretty sad as it thinks, but you know, it's going to get to that point that we start doing school through YouTube and we start watching TV through YouTube, and it just, everything becomes YouTube because it's so educational and it's a great, basically, learning platform. So, no, I wouldn't take any makeup classes now because of the cost. If they were offered to me for free of charge, oh, I'd jump on it. Yeah, I definitely would. But other than that, I have thought about taking makeup classes in the past, but not this time. So clumsy can be a few things, mean a few things, I guess you could say. But I'm not generally too clumsy about putting makeup on. I'm pretty on the dot there. The only thing I'm really clumsy about is pigments, and I try to keep those out of my makeup collection. I have a few of the L'Oreal Infallibles, but I don't break those out as often as I probably could. I don't trust myself with anything loose. I've at times almost dropped bottles of foundation open, and then I have dropped some that were closed, and you know, I shattered one of my perfumes. So I'm clumsy about putting makeup on when it comes to like loose items like pigments. But overall, like packed shadows and mascara and foundations and you know, things like that, I'm not generally clumsy. So a makeup crime that I definitely hate would be two things. I mean, there's lots of them, but there's two that really stick out, and well, three. So the first one is foundation. I mean, I think mine matches, but putting a foundation on and then seeing the lines, so not blending it. I was very guilty of this actually when I was growing up and didn't know much about makeup, which, you know, I just try to put it on the back burner because there may be people that don't know what they're doing, and so they aren't blending. But, you know, seeing a fine line of where your foundation ends and starts is a big thing for me. The second is bronzer. If you have a white body and a face full of bronzer that is like, I don't know, where you can literally see the layers of how many layers of bronzer you put on. If you put on half a container of bronzer or even a quarter of it, then there's an issue. If it doesn't look good, then yeah, there's an issue. And then the third one is, you know, and this is kind of a pet peeve as well, but you know, sometimes it can look good, sometimes it cannot, is mascara. Clumping on the mascara to where you have layers and layers and layers and layers of mascara and you don't know how many you've put on, but it looks like the whole bottle is on your eyelashes. I think you could say that's one of my makeup crimes. Now, not only is that bad to look at, but also it's bad for your eyelashes, because if you start rubbing to get those off your eyelashes, you're gonna break them off. So eyelashes really don't grow back as fast as we think they do, or if they will. So when it comes to colors and neutrals, when it comes to makeup, I think on an everyday makeup like look of my face, you're gonna see a neutral. Like today I have pretty neutral and I have a little bit of a smoked eye. I definitely like having the smoky eye look to it, to my makeup every single day, because it just gives you a lot of definition. But you know, I like to use colors when it comes to something like special, I guess you could say. So like last Sunday, I think it was last Sunday or the Sunday before, I wore a smoky green and blue eye because we had the championships for the Seahawks games, which we're going to the Super Bowl, and that is in a few days, so you'll see this before that time. So when it comes to colors, I generally will do it when it pertains to that. So when there's some kind of special event, I definitely like wearing special colors and colorful things, but like on a day-to-day basis, I'm more of a neutral girl. So the celebrity that has the best makeup, there's two of them, so I'm just going to throw two of those in there. There's a singer and there's a celebrity. So the celebrity is Scarlett Johansson. I love the way she does her makeup as well as her skin. It's just like perfect. It's like, it literally looks airbrushed, but even without makeup on, she looks really good. And the second is Carrie Underwood. So Carrie Underwood would be the singer. Carrie always has the best makeup ever. Like, I want her makeup artist to come and do my hair and my makeup and everything. Well, her hair and makeup team. I can't say I'm like idolizing her, but I definitely could say that her makeup is always dead on perfect. So Carrie Underwood would be the number one, and then Scarlett Johansson. So if I was to leave the house with only one item on, I would have to say mascara. And my favorite mascara actually is what I have next to me. It's the Falsies. I've used this for a while, and I have a couple of these tubes, but I love the Falsies. And I just think putting mascara on just brightens your eyes, curls your lashes, and just opens up your eyes to where people can like literally see into who you are. I mean, if the only thing that I had available to me was mascara, I would just be happy. But yeah, I would definitely say mascara would be the one thing that I could basically not live without and could not leave the house without. So could I leave the house without any makeup on? Yeah, I guess I could say yeah. I have done that many times. There's many days that I leave the house without makeup on. And it's funny because sometimes I'll go to Sephora without makeup on, and then people will be looking at me funny and then be like, you know, it's just a day off, and they're like, oh, okay, yeah. But yeah, I'm just not a person that is so like, they feel a little under sure about themselves, I guess you could say. I definitely like having my, you know, makeup on, like a BB cream or something like that. But it's not a requirement, and you know, wearing makeup is for fun, and you know, I grew up not wearing makeup, so I pretty much can say that's probably where it comes from, is learning it that way. So in my opinion, do I look good without makeup on? You know, there's days that I wish my skin was a lot better. I have redness in my skin, so it's not like it's a bunch of zits or anything, so I could literally wear the BB cream like most people can't, and it will be fine. But, you know, I think that anybody looks good without makeup. I mean, you don't need to have makeup on, so I definitely think that I look fine with makeup, without makeup. So in my opinion, the best makeup line, I'm going to do two, one for drugstore and one for high-end. So on the drugstore, I mentioned this earlier in the video, is L'Oreal. I really like L'Oreal. They just have so many selections. Like, they have a wide range of colors and products and things like that, and it's a little bit higher, it's a little bit more expensive than like Revlon or CoverGirl. But I would have to say L'Oreal as my drugstore. And then on high end, I am an Urban Decay girl. I love Urban Decay products. I mean, the colors are nice. In fact, at one time I was going to buy the Motherload, the like $500 eyeshadow collection, to get all of the eyeshadows that they had. But it was sold out, so I didn't get to get it. But yeah, between those two, those would be my two favorite makeup lines. So makeup is, you know, I touched upon this before, and makeup is just something you have fun with. It's something you can experiment with. I think that it's cool because you can create a completely different person than what the person was when you started. So makeup is awesome because there's so many selections of things you can do and change up your looks and everything. But you know, makeup's not all that, and you know, you don't have to have makeup on. You can just go with who you are and the way you look, and you shouldn't even be judged like that. But yeah, you know, like I mentioned earlier, is I grew up not being able to wear makeup, to where when I left the house I would sneak and put makeup on, and then when I got home I would wash it off before my parents saw me. So, you know, I grew up without the whole makeup thing because it was not the right thing to do for my age, even though I was, you know, of age. But, you know, I think that makeup is just makeup. I mean, it's just something that gives you a different image. But yeah, I mean, I like makeup and there's nothing wrong with it. Alright guys, thanks for sticking by and watching my part of this collab with Melissa. Again, I will link her channel down below. She's doing the other part of this tag, and I think you really like, you know, looking at what Melissa says on her channel, because she's the sweetest person ever. And she just has the smile of like that will light up a room, and just the best personality. So I will link her channel down below. Go check her out. Tell her I sent you and said hi, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.